Hi, I'm Rich Littlestone. Over the past few years I've been applying guilloché to silver fountain pen barrels. It's a centuries-old art of detailed engraving, and I'll be going through some of the highlights of the process in this movie. When I first got started in this endeavor, I pretty much had to learn on my own, so I made this video because it was fun and to help the next guy. In the video, I'm working on a real silver barrel and, as you'll see, I need to concentrate on the sequence of operations so I don't make a mistake. Hence, I'm not trying to talk while I work. Just having the video camera on is distracting enough, and distraction often equals making scrap silver. Basically, guilloché is engraving a shifting and repetitive pattern on the surface of the workpiece, be it metal, wood, plastic, or even wax. The lines are typically close together and they produce a moiré and the illusion of depth. The art and technique is assisted by special machines called engine or ornamental turning machines, and for my purposes they exist in two basic flavors, the rose engine and the straight line machine. In this video I'm using a straight line machine made by a German company, Neuweiler and Engelsberger, and this machine is rather new, built around 1967. The machine has no motor and it's hand cranked. The engraving bit is held in place against the pen barrel by thumb pressure on a slide that carries the bit. The pattern generated on the pen barrel originates with a pattern bar that has the undulations cut in the side of the bar. The pattern bar acts like a cam, and the carriage on the machine that holds the barrel follows the undulations while pressure on the engraving bit cuts the pattern in the silver. I hope all this becomes abundantly clear in the video. Here's a clip of me making a few cuts on the barrel. Even though you can't see everything that goes in the operation, you can get an idea of the basic flow. Cut, a couple of shift operations, and cut again. So here we have a blank barrel wrapped up from the manufacturer, and I'll just undo this here. It's already got some engraving on it for the company logos, but here we go. Nice blank barrel with the Metalrite logo and the edition number on the bottom. So we'll put that jig on it. This is the bottom piece, which will go in this end, and it's got a countersunk hole in it for the live center, and we'll put the top end in and fasten it down just snugly, just so it doesn't rotate in a straight line machine chuck. And there we go, ready to be put on the straight line machine. And I have a mark on this shank up here to tell me exactly how far into the collet to place it. So let's put it in. And just hand tight on here, snug. It's delicate work, no need to really torque it down. And we'll bring up the live center. There we go, all ready to go. This more distant view shows the entire operation with cranking and shifting. Clockwise cranking causes the falling action, and counterclockwise raises the work-holding carriage. My right hand is doing three things. 1. Applying pressure to the cutting bit as the barrel falls against it. 2. At the end of the cut, I'm turning the pattern bar carriage screw to shift the pattern up or down depending on where I am in the sequence. And 3. Turning the small crank on the pencil chuck to rotate the pen barrel. The pattern bar movements are variable because of the pattern I designed, but each rotation is exactly 3.75 degrees. That makes 96 independent cuts around the barrel. The dial indicator on the side of the machine shows the increasing amplitude of the pattern as the cut progresses on the barrel. The hand crank operates the work-holding carriage through a series of leather belt-driven pulleys, allowing the carriage to fall in a very controlled manner against the cutting tool, and also allowing the carriage to be elevated again in preparation for another fall for the next cut. Shifting is done between falls. Here's the pattern bar carriage up-down adjustment screw with a paper ring I made to help indicate the exact amounts I must turn the screw to affect my pattern. The screw pitch on this machine is metric at 2 millimeters per thread. Here's a close-up of a generic pattern bar, a typical one but not one I'm using right now. It has a sawtooth pattern that's usable for creating many different patterns and moirés. Some pattern bars have more complex profiles. A close-up of the pattern bar here shows the pattern bar acting as a cam, and the follower, called a rubber, causes the entire work-holding carriage to oscillate back and forth following the pattern and amplitude on the pattern bar. Here's a close-up of the barrel rotation mechanism. 5 clicks with this setup give me exactly 3.75 degrees of rotation. So I'll release the live center. And undo the collet on top. Out comes the barrel. And now let's go clean it up. Here's a close-up of the finished barrel. It's got quite a nice pattern on it. So we'll just take it apart now and wash it up a little bit. Rinse it off in a little bit of acetone just to get the cutting oil off. And there we have it. Quite pretty. I hope you enjoyed watching this video as much as I had fun producing it. There is so much more to know and lots of detail to explain, so I'll just have to make another. Well, cheers, till next time.